It is so easy to be a fan of Cameron Munster, not only for what he has provided on the field, but he has had a fair few highlights away from football as well. He is the throwback, as some people call him, and he is perfect for our next guest on our Rugby League Close-Up. I think he's nervous, but let's just rip the Band-Aid off and hand him his first photo. Born and bred in Rocky.
Yeah.
Tell us about this young man.
Oh, wow. I was about... I would have been maybe 10, maybe even 9 years old. Mum got me like NFL shoulder pads, and I had to always wear headgear. My dad didn't really care too much, but my mum said I wouldn't play unless I wore headgear and shoulder pads, and I feel like we had an argument every day because I felt like I couldn't see out of it. Sometimes it was too big for me, so when I was running, it used to get in my vision. And when I was younger, I was really short and small, and I used to get flogged all the time. And I was just like, Mum, I'm either not playing anymore or I'm taking it off. And she's like, we had an argument, and then I just decided not to talk to her for a week or two until she decided to give it up.
Eventually on to sign with the Storm and make your way down south to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So tell us about the gentleman who eventually wore jersey number 22 on that night back in, was it 2014 in Townsville?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Me trying to fend off the GOAT. I think I might have got him. I think I might have got him there. Nah. It was literally the captain's run. They rang up my parents and got him on a flight because they found out Slutty couldn't play. So yeah, I was lucky enough to play.
Pressure here immediately on Cameron Munster, wearing jumper 22 and taking the place of the great Billy Slater, a 19-year-old from Rockhampton.
Just remember just standing behind the sticks the majority of the night and watching JT kick the ball. I just kept remembering Will Chambers and Smithy giving it to JT when he was kicking the ball. So that was one of my fondest memories, seeing how close those guys were to JT and how good bond they had and how much stick they were giving each other.
Well, you've credited the next guy for saving your career, and I know you love talking about him, giving him a hard time as well. Describe Craig Bellamy and the relationship that you have with him.
Yeah, look, it's funny. I do get a bit of stick from the boys at home at training. Obviously, he's not my biological dad, but the boys call him my dad. Yeah, I've been very fortunate enough to obviously have him, not just as a coach, but a person to talk to off the field. Being 19, going away from my mum and dad, and we don't have many family, or not only just me, but everyone in Melbourne don't have family there, so we pretty much rely on each other off field. So he's just someone that I really admire from afar. And then when I got the chance to obviously come down here to Melbourne, I took it with open hands, and he's been so good to me off field. I know we butt heads a fair bit, but yeah, I have had some tough times with him, but some hard truths. But I guess that's what I love about him is you see is what you get.
In 2017, you were sporting, what do we call the sexy mo? Yeah?
Yeah. Look, it was actually a weird year. With that hair, I ended up getting it shaved because I was late to training one day, and we have a thing called a roll of dice, and there's obviously two dice, and it goes up to 12, and you got a certain amount of punishments, and I think I rolled 7, and the 7 was shave your head. Yeah, like I look at the hair. I honestly, when I look back at it, I'm thinking, what was I thinking? Because like now that's going to be my premiership photo from.
Yep.
So obviously I need to try and win another one, Lara. But yeah, look, when I look at it, it's obviously very memorable for myself and very proud. But if I had to change anything, I'd probably change the haircut. It's terrible.
What has ultimately made you world famous last year was this moment. Sorry about it.
Nah, that's no worries. I thought you were about to say my sin bins then. Yeah, look.
That was on House of Highlights, is that right?
It was, yeah.
That went international, that hit.
Yeah, a couple of NBA players actually said, is he dead? I don't know what Juzzy was thinking there. I just started yelling at Juzzy, I'm on your right. But he had the fastest bloke in rugby league on his left, and I don't know why he decided to hit the slowest bloke in our team. But he ended up doing it, and I knew it was a little bit slippery and wet, and I just seen the corner of my eye, someone launching themselves at me, and I just needed to brace. And unfortunately, I'm surprised I didn't get 6 weeks in hospital for that. But yeah, he hit me that well. And
could you breathe after that?
I was a bit rattled. I was like, he got me a beauty. But mate, to George's credit, he actually said sorry to me. He's actually
bad about it. Rubbish, as if he felt bad. He loved it.
Yeah, he would have loved it, I reckon. But just the type of bloke he is, and he said sorry to me, and I just had a little bit of a chuckle going, Mate, you shouldn't be sorry, mate. You absolutely killed me.
You took it very well.
Oh, thanks.
I feel like we've got so many more highlights still to come, but that was a really good rugby league close-up. Thank you so much, Cameron.
No, thanks, Lara, and thanks, fans, for listening. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much.
Never.
What is the most